All right, let's get it on. This is, hold on, let me shake all this off real quick. How's it going, guys? Let me find my, there we go. That gives me my, that little orange dot is my barometer. My barometer. It tells me where I gotta be. All right, let's jump back over here. We got a whole minute to spare. No, we have no time to spare. 11 o'clock straight up here in the great state of Missouri. You are on with Restless Crap Breakers. My name is Dune. 2021 Topps Heritage High full case number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 17, 19, 22, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 9, 12, 13, 14, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 20, 20. They're all there. What's up, Rebel? Let's put it where it needs to be. If you're on the list, you're at the right place. If you're not on the list, you're still probably at the right place. You just want to hang out with us. Nothing wrong with hanging out with us. We like people to hang out with us. There we go. So the first thing I'm going to do, if you guys will indulge me for 1 second, is to send something real quick. And send it. All right, I have done my job. Now, we can get into it. Hold on, Zip Fizz time. Zip Fizz. All right, so what are we going to do tonight? Well, we're going to open 3 boxes at a time. We're going to pull stuff out of those boxes. Gary Sanchez. And we're going to show them and sort them. What can we expect from 2021 Topps Heritage? Well, we can expect that I will be pulling out the 4 big rookies: Kelnick, Badu, who else? Vaughn, and Jonathan India. There we go. And we will take those and we will sleeve those before we send them. Of course, any of the hits will be sleeved and top loaded. I keep the Giants in every break, as I always do, because I like my Giants and I keep them. Have been now for 3 years and will be keeping them for many, many more. That's my thing. Hope everyone's having a good night tonight. My last eBay break for the weekend. What's up, Bryce? We will not be doing any eBay breaks tomorrow night. We're going to do Dynasty tomorrow in the Facebook group. Maybe we're going to do Flawless tomorrow in the Facebook group too. Maybe we'll do both tomorrow. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. I'll crack them and stack them and sort them and ship them. I'm a Giants fan too, but I bought the Nets. Brandon, you are most welcome here. You are actually, Brandon, you are more welcome here than everybody else. Let's be honest. What? You didn't send me no treats? Brandon, we appreciate you buying in with us. Hope things go well for you. What can we expect out of a case of 2021 Topps Heritage? Well, generally speaking, two to 5. Yeah, that was crazy. That Inception case was pretty good for Zach Bean. I mean, it was crazy for Zach Bean. That was a very good break for the Rockies. That Bowman Inception. Yeah, that was good. Was that you? That was you, Bryce, huh? Good for you. Anyway, but I digress. What can we expect from a case of Bowman? Topps Heritage, whatever we're doing. What are we breaking? We're breaking Topps Heritage high number. 2 to 4, usually 3 or 4 autos is a standard in case. We've had as high as 6 one time. We've had 5 a few times. So that's what we're looking at. The rest of them, there's no guaranteed auto. The least we've had is 2, so I would hope we'd get at least there. Gary Sanchez. Lots of fun things that can come out of here. Hopefully we hit some of those fun things. What's up, Joey? Joey wants some magic. Well, we don't use magic here, Joey. We use the baseball force. So if you want good hits, you have to tap into the baseball force and will them to happen. Will them to happen. So I was saying this last night, like everything else in my world, my baseball force is allocated, and I've used up my allocation for the year. So if you want some really big hits out of here, you are going to have to channel the baseball force and pull them out of the boxes yourself. I will say again, cards can be manipulated. Cards can be manipulated in the baseball force. I have seen it happen. I have seen it happen. We have called forth cards out of boxes using the force many times. And we will do so again in the future. We will do so in the future. My reallocation starts in, on January 1st, so we'll be into Bowman Draft then. And so, maybe we'll get a little bit off from Bowman Draft. Use baseball force. That's it. The force is strong with this one. I'm telling you, you can change what comes out of a box using the baseball force. You just have to be able to will it properly, channel it properly. Probably not a good idea to put your fingers on your TV screen. It's probably bad, but your phone, you can drop your fingers on your phone all day long and channel the force. It'll work. I'm telling you. Let's channel a red auto tonight. That would be awesome. Let's channel a red auto and an error. That's our goal tonight. We want a red auto and we want an error. That's what I'd like to see. If you want it to be specific to whoever... Boy, my shoulder's killing me, guys. I got to tell you. I might have to have Ian step in and open these boxes for me. Or help me open boxes or something. I cannot believe how much my shoulder hurts. If I slump forward, somebody call 911. Because it's my left shoulder. Maybe I'm having a heart attack. Super. A super would be awesome. Somebody needs to channel that, though. That takes some serious force channeling. Wow. That's shocking how much pain my shoulder's in right now. That's weird. All right. Don Kessinger. Don Kessinger. Well, I tell you, I'm long on Joey Bart, Brandon. I'm long on Joey Bart. I do believe Joey Bart is going to be, has the makings of being an excellent catcher. I have to tell you that I was never a huge Buster Posey fan. I'm not saying that he wasn't a terrific player. I'm not saying that he doesn't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. I think both of those statements are very true. I just don't think he was... I don't know. I'm just not a big... I was never a huge fan of... Since the first time I saw the teams get in a fight and he was bouncing around the outside, not actually getting in on it, I've just been kind of not a big, huge fan of his. I think Joey Bart would would jump in and punch somebody in the face, which needs to happen sometimes. I think Marco Luciano is going to be a stud. I think Heliot Ramos is going to be a good player. I mean, I think the Giants honestly have about 6 guys who really could be terrific. There's a couple of pitchers down there. I mean, I think Jelly is gonna turn out to be all right. I think what's the guy, the lefty that they have? I think he's gonna turn out to be all right. I mean, I just think they've got a lot of upside and not a lot of downside. You know what I'm saying? Keeping the Giants in every break I do, Brandon, I got to tell you, I've accumulated some Bart. Let me just say that. I've accumulated some Bart. If Joey Bart turns out to be the stud that I think he can be, not that I'm ever going to sell my collection off anyway, but, you know, having what's his butt turn into such a big pitcher last year too has not hurt my collection whatsoever either. Logan Webb. Holy cow. Who knew? I was going through my stuff, and I was like, man, I got Logan Webb red autos. I got the red and the red wave from Chrome. I was like, man, I got me some stuff. So I think the Giants, I think there's a lot of things to be very positive about as an organization. So, all right, 3 stacks in. Let's find the right. That's pretty good. So some of these things, guys, some of the variations are not flipped, and so we are going to have to just flip the cards over and take a look at the back. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Hold on. At some point here, I'm going to have to go grab a chair and a box because I got to box this one up. So you'll have to excuse me for a minute. What is his name? Is his name Kyle? That kid I'm thinking about, Kyle. Is it Kyle? I don't know. But you know what? I honestly think, Brandon, the Giants could not sign anybody big and still be all right. I mean, the fact that you got someone like Mauricio Dubon hanging out and oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Ronald Acuna Jr. Somebody was channeling the force the right way because Ronald Acuna Jr. just jumped out of the pack. In an autograph, Ronald Acuna Jr. Future Giant, Ronald Acuna Jr. I just heard that. I read it. It's on the interwebs. I'm just saying. There's Acuna. Yuval. I know Yuval bought into the break today specifically looking for Acuna autograph. I felt him talking to me through the force. So, you know. Well, anytime you start off with an Acuna autograph, I mean, you know, no complaints there. But honestly, I don't think the Giants need to sign anybody big. I'm glad they're not signing Chris Bryant. I'm not a big. I wasn't a big fan of his. I mean, I think he did fine. I don't think for the money that he's going to command, he's going to be anything worthwhile. I think the Giants have a lot of young guys that they could plug in there and let them do their thing, and they'll be just fine. They'll be just fine. Lorenzo Cain, white chrome. So I think it'll be fun. And what's his name? I really didn't like the decisions he's made the last couple of years. Before the season started, turns out the guy knows what he's doing, so I'm going to just trust now that he knows what he's doing. Farhan. Seems like he knows what he's doing. I mean, the Giants were supposed to be a 70-win team, and they put in 107 wins. How do you argue that? Didn't end the way that we wanted it to, but you know what? Didn't end that way for 29 other teams either. And they are not, I mean, they're not going to take a big step back next year. I seriously doubt they take a big step back. First box out. I really like that, hitting that Acuna auto. Everybody's like, dang it, that Acuna auto should have been mine. I think they have more than 3. I think they have more than 3. Pomeris is really excellent. What is the pitcher's name? Kyle. He's a left-hander. Anyway, yeah, fantastic. I think Mauricio Dubon is an all-star waiting to happen. I think he just needs to get some time to play. Joey doesn't want to share with us. He just wants to say a secret player because he's mean like that. But that's fine. I mean, honestly, if they decide to do the DH, you could have even though the Giants have three catchers really in the 3 catching prospects. Boy, I think you could take Patrick Bailey and Joey Bart because I think they both have a lot of power. Have one be the DH and the other catch, and just flip-flop them. Kyle Harrison, yes. Thank you. Thank you, Bryce. Kyle Harrison. I think Kyle Harrison's going to be a stud. George Springer, he has a makeup to be one, for sure. George Springer action for the Blue Jays. So, I mean, a lot of things, a lot of reasons to be very positive about the Giants. It's tough to win the World Series, you know? These are always blue. All the league leaders are blue. Oh, yeah. How good was Lamont Wade? You know, I mean, there's just a lot of reason to be positive. Not a lot of reason to be negative for the Giants. You know, Crawford stepped up a lot. If he can be anywhere near what he was this year, if Belt can be healthy, Jonathan India. What's his butt at third has played well. Lorenzo Cain out of 372. I mean, so, you know. Lorenzo Cain, 372. One sec for me, guys. I'm going to grab a chair and a box real quick. Will this work? This is going to work. Yep. Awesome. Here comes another red. Come on, Big Red. Trevor Larnach. Larnach is a Minnesota Twin out of 372. Keegan Aiken. I think Yastrzemski had a down year too, Brandon. I think he'll be back next year stronger. You know, I think the only hitch in the giddy up is what's going to happen with, they've signed back, you know, three of their big four pitchers are back this year, and they signed another one to kind of be a stopgap. If any of the minor league guys decide to step up, you know, there's just a lot of reason to be positive. Andrew Vaughn. Clubhouse Collection, Trent Grisham. So what does everybody have going on now? Anyone hit anything good? Pick up anything good recently? Sell anything worthwhile? I haven't picked up anything big lately. We did a show this past weekend, and I just completely and totally stayed away from buying. I normally don't. I normally like to buy, but it's, you know, it's one of those things. Sometimes I'm in sell mode, and I just like to keep my head on that. Jonathan India. And when I'm that way, I just want to, you know, Roberto Clemente. Some decent shows coming up, though. A nice Freddy Freeman. Freddy Freeman like rookie. Or maybe Joey's not looking for anything. Joey's typing in the wrong group. Quit typing in the wrong group, Joey. What's the matter with you? We have a physical store. If you look on the page there, we're in St. Peters, Missouri. So we opened a store in July. We opened a store in July. Hey, look at that. DJ Peters. DJ Peters, Frenchie. We've been breaking for 3 years, Brandon. We've done both Topps Rip parties. That has really helped us grow a lot. Finally in July we decided to. I get retail, but I get my retail wholesale. Things started piling up, and then we just finally decided it was time to, in May, to start looking at a shop. And then we found one, and we were in and open 3 weeks later. And so we're kind of a unique duck here in the St. Louis area. Isaac Paredes. I think Freddie Freeman's a class act too, Joey. I agree with that. And we're still figuring out who we want to be, but we're lucky that the breaks pay for everything. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm not in a huge rush to. I'm not in a huge rush to, you know, be everything to everyone. We are fortunate in that here in the St. Louis market, a lot of these shops around here really like to jam people up on pricing, and so we have gotten a lot of business just because we always try to be very fair with our pricing, and that's been a nice thing. And we do, like I said, we do lots of shows, so we get a chance to meet a lot of people. And I like to talk. I like to go to the shows and yak at people. So we have fun just hanging around and shooting the breeze at the shows. So that's fun. What part of the country? I'm originally from California, though. And we came out here. We came to Missouri 20 years ago. So all the purples will get sleeved as well. If it's any of the bigger rookies, they'll get sleeved and top-loaded. Jorge, he got DFA'd earlier. Hey, Andrew Vaughn. Bryce, is it bad that I really don't want to break Panini Elite Extra Edition? Is that bad? Oh, man. I had a shop 30 years ago, Brandon. I had a shop a little out of high school. And we used to do shows every weekend all around California, Northern California. The Cow Palace shows, we used to go to Fairfield, Sacramento Mall, down to Fresno. Used to do shows all the time. Every once in a while, there was a decent show in Stockton. And I'm originally from, born in Stockton, but lived in Lodi. And that was just a lot of fun. And so, this just happened completely and totally on accident. Carlos Correa. I never intended this to be any more than a little hobby to get more Giants cards. I had no idea it was going to blow up like it did. Bakersfield, huh? In DC now. Wow. Are you super secret, like CIA, so I could like call you up if someone's giving me grief and you can deal with them for me like that? Free spots in it for you. I'm just saying. Call me up, be like, dude, I need a free spot. I say, Brandon, okay, I got somebody I need you to take care of, like that. Michael Lorenzen, it'd be something like that. Randy Arozarena. Energy policy lobbyist. Well, I mean, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with having a lobbyist. Do you ever get to mingle with the big boys? Hang out with senators, that kind of thing? Chris Bryant. I don't know why he's a Cub in this product. Doesn't make any sense to me. Heritage high number. He should have been a Giant. So Turf Wars, if we don't get another one, we'll just random that off at the end. In our traditional roll it off. That'd be a fun job. Tyler Zuber. Trevor Story. Chrome. Out of 572. We've hit one jumbo box loader auto, and it was Joe Adele. Oh, just online? All right. Hey, Jonathan India. I was going to hit you up to give me some senators' autographs, but now I won't. You know, they'd probably be offended if you took pictures of them while you're on a call. Why are you taking a picture of me? Stop it. Kinder falafel, Jonathan India. Clemente. Jared Oliva. Charlie Morton. Trevor Story has a box topper auto? That would be crazy. Well, you're going to have to channel the force. I can't help you channel the force. I told you. I'm just the conduit through which the force is channeled. So you guys actually have to channel the force through me into the car. Maybe that's why my shoulder hurt, because somebody was clumsily trying to channel the force. Get it together. Work on it. I don't need to be in pain because you don't know how to channel the baseball force. Get in touch with it. Andrew Vaughn. Close your eyes. Get all Yoda in your brain and start channeling it. McCann black. So this isn't a black chrome. So this is not numbered. This is not numbered. How do you know you used it all up? Did the baseball force tell you that? This is just the regular black, the unnumbered version anyway, I should say. McCann black for the Mets. All right. First 3 boxes down. Let's open up 3 more. Manny Machado. Biggin. That is not Trevor Story. You guys have card shops in DC, Brandon? I imagine there's got to be some, right? Oh, come on. Ah, that sucks. Well, if you ever make it to St. Louis, stop on by. So for those of you who do like doing baseball breaks, as I do, that's the only thing I do is baseball breaks. We do have a fantastic Facebook group. Bryce is part of the Facebook group. Rebel's part of the Facebook group. We do lots of breaks in our Facebook group. Like I said, tomorrow we're doing Dynasty, and we might get into Flawless tomorrow too. We'll see what everybody thinks. Steven Strasburg, huh? I think this is the first time we've hit a Strasburg poster. So we do have lots of fun. The link is in the item description, or the About Us, or whatever you call the section on the page. And we are always happy to have more. A lot of my best people have come from eBay. We convert them into Facebook, and we have fun there. I know, I get that a lot of people don't like Facebook, and if you don't, I get it. You know, my only thing that I do on Facebook really is just has to do with the group, and that's it. That's about all the social media that I say that and we have everything. We keep it about sports. We don't let a lot of the outside, any of the outside actually, interfere with what we do. Because what fun is that? You know? We do have a buy, sell, trade, share group as well. But it's a fun group. It's a fun group. And growing all the time. Growing all the time. Having been a part of both Topps Rip parties has been a good thing for us. I'm hoping they do a third. And I'm hoping if they do a third that we get invited to it. Because I think that would be fun. Not sure what we could do to top last year's 24 cases in 24 hours live stream, but I'm sure we can figure something out. I'm sure we can figure something out. Maybe I'll call up Busch Stadium and see if the Cardinals will let us break there. Hey, look at that. Really nice. Joe Morgan. Nothing wrong with that. 72 Morgan's is a decent card. That's a decent little card. Hall of Famer. 50th anniversary for the Astros. The second one that we've hit. So he must be a low number, though. Because I think most of these are low number. Yeah, he's a 132, so he's a low number. But it's still Joe Morgan. Can't beat that. We have a fast turnaround on our day tomorrow. Got to get my butt home. Probably get in bed by 2. Up about 8:30. Get here about 9:30. I got to make sure I'm here to meet UPS and FedEx. And then we are doing for Christmas our meal this year. We are going all Filipino food. My mom's side of the family is Filipino. And I found a Filipino place that's open here fairly recently, and they have catering. So I ordered a bunch of dishes, pancit lumpia, adobo, lots of fun stuff. 2 different kinds of adobo, actually. And hopefully it's as good as it looks. Because it was not cheap. So I got to go pick that up tomorrow at 11, and then take that and refrigerate that. That one's awful thick. Oh, that's why. Check this out. Look at that. Dane Dunning Gold. We'll just yank this sucker out. What is that? Look at that. And behind that a red. That's why that was so thick. How crazy is that? So the golds are out of 5. So this Dane Dunning is 5 out of 5. That's pretty awesome. And Kinder Falafel, or Kinder Falafel, I like Kinder Falafel better, is out of 372. Both for the Rangers. That's pretty awesome. Let me finish opening that, and then I'll put those in a sleeve and top lid. That's nice. It is good. It is good. What's up, Keith? You know, the thing is, we in California, where I'm from, where we're from, Northern California, Brandon, we have lots of Filipino food, and we spent lots of time. We had season tickets for the Giants before we came here, and so we'd spend lots of time in Chinatown and San Francisco, and so Asian food is what I grew up on. It is hard to find good Asian food in St. Louis. There are a couple of good dim sum places, which is good. At least that gives me a little bit of what I'm used to. But you think after 20 years I'd get used to it, but no, you don't. There's a place in Stockton called Best Lumpia, and they had Filipino pork barbecue. And this is the first time I found Filipino pork barbecue. So we'll see how good it is. 5 out of 5. Back when I was getting my master's degree and I was a poker dealer, I had another lady I worked with who was Filipino, and her mom made and sold food, and we bought food from her, and that was good stuff. You know, honestly, is there a bad restaurant in San Francisco? I'm not sure there's a bad restaurant in San Francisco. I don't ever recall. And white chrome. Look at that. Look at that. So we went white chrome, red chrome, gold chrome in the same box, all Rangers. That is craziness. That is craziness. Oh, you're going to flip boxes? Yeah, it is easier. Did you have to count down the drawer?
Yeah.
Hey, look at that, Chris Chambliss. I honestly thought that autograph was going to be a Rangers autograph, but it's Chris Chambliss. It's actually a decent autograph. Go to the corner, 17th off Delmar in St. Louis. Also try Asian Cafe. Asian Cafe. You know what? I've been to Asian Cafe in O'Fallon, and you're right. It is pretty good. It is pretty good. You know, they have good spring rolls and things like that. The fresh ones, USAMO, they are excellent, and they're nice people there too. They are nice people there. But growing up in it in California is just a whole different beast. I mean, a bad Asian restaurant was the exception and not the rule. Here, it's tough to find. Keegan Thompson out of $9.99. What's the one on 17, corner 17 off Delmar? What's that one? Is it in the Delmar Loop? We were just down there the other day. You know where we go, USAMO? We go to Wee Hong. Have you ever been there, the bakery off of Olive? that's one of my go-tos, is going to the bakery and picking up barbecue pork and everything that goes with it. Buns. Man, look at this thing. It's just full of chrome. This is all that same box. This is all that same box. That's craziness. Out of 572, Lorenzo Cain for the Brewers. Weehong is on all of it's the old movie theater, but on the side of it they have a bakery, and if you go on Wednesdays, especially, because they're closed on Tuesday and everything is just fresh on Wednesday. We got shumai, and it was, you know, they put it up on the counter, but it was still hot. The pork buns were fresh. Barbecue pork was just finished. Oh my Lord, it was the best barbecue pork that I can recall having. I also get the roast pork with the crispy skin. Oh my Lord, and all the fat. Yeah. Asian Cafe, though, we eat there actually decent clip. They're all right. They're all right. Kyle Garlic. That's the other good thing about California. Going to a Giants game, having garlic fries. Merry Christmas to you too. Merry Christmas to you too. Thanks for popping in. Sitting up in the bleachers in AT&T, right behind the bleachers, they have garlic fries. So when you're in the bleachers, you can't help but get wafted by the garlic fry smell. And if you don't get up and go, I've actually seen people die right there in the stands because they wouldn't get up and go get garlic fries, and the smell just overwhelmed them, and they went off to garlic fry heaven. It's true. I'm telling you. Look on the interwebs. You'll find videos. You will find videos. Victor Gonzalez action for the Dodgers. I think that's an oxymoron. Action and Dodgers. Isn't that an oxymoron? Victor Gonzalez action. Action. Clemente. Chadwick, I don't even think he's with the Giants anymore. So like I said, if you guys, oh man, Brandon, I got to tell you, there are some nights when I've got one Dodger fan in the group who's a serious Dodger fan and one Padre fan that's a serious Padre fan, and there are nights when we are going at it for 2 hours straight. And it's so easy to pick on the Padres fans because they've never won the World Series, so you just hammer them with that all night long. And how Tatis gets hurt all the time. Oh my Lord, it's easy to get the Padres fan, and it's way too much fun. Way too much fun. Odd to have an action variation. I know, that's what I thought, Chris. Chris, what's going on? I think that's a silly one too. What are you gonna do? They had to pick off one Dodger, I guess. Might as well pick off probably their best player. You know, middle reliever. Really? Yeah, that's my kind of guy right there. I wouldn't have gone either. Tommy Lasorda. Psst. Your dad sounds like my kind of guy. Yeah, Chris, one day. I know. Popping off that Acuna auto at the beginning. And Chambliss says the number 2 was pretty good too, you know. And he didn't go, huh? I don't blame him. Listen to Tommy Lasorda talk about. You know what? I might have gone in full Giants gear. Sawamura out of 9.99. Full Giants regalia. Yahire, this is 2 nights in a row we had him for the Pirates. So I'm using oversized sleeves for these. I know they look a little awkward in there, but you know, these cards are just a touch thicker. I just want to try to avoid any corner issues. The oversized sleeves, easy in. They still are comfortable in the top loaders. I get that some people don't like them, but I would rather use the oversized, use the thick sleeves and not have any damage than use a regular sleeve and potentially pop a corner or something. I hate when that happens. Wow. Wow. That's some hate right there of the Dodgers. You in tonight, Chris? You'd think I would know since I ran the listing, but I'll be honest with you, I don't remember. Oh man, I have one of the better Willie McCovey PSA master sets that I've been working on for a while. I am a huge Willie McCovey fan. I mean, I'm a huge Willie Mays fan too. But of the two, I have more McCovey than I have Mays. Though that is slowly starting to change. I got a part of a collection that's coming to me, and we'll see where it lands. But one of the cards in the collection is a 51 Bowman Mays, and I would love to have that card. So we'll just kind of have to see what happens with that one. I'm not getting my hopes up because I don't think it's going to happen, but you never know. You never know. And we have been buying tons of collections, and I just pop out the Giants. I don't even put them out for sale. There's not a Giants card in a dollar box or an old Commons box or anything. There's not a Giants card anywhere. Paul DeYoung. I have my Will Clark. Will Clark is one of my favorite modern Giants. I have my Will Clark jersey, autographed jersey on the wall. I also have a seat from Candlestick Park on the wall, hanging on the wall. I've been buying up a lot of autographed jerseys lately of Giants that I like. The one I'm on the hunt for now is Freddy Sanchez. I picked up, oh my goodness, Cody. Yeah, see, it's too late at night. My brain's not working, guys. I'm sorry. And but I was a big fan of Freddy Sanchez when he was a Giant. But I have my big obligatory Posey, and you know, etc., etc. I even have, so Brandon, there was if you guys, there was some auctions that I was looking at, and they had several Joey Bart autograph pieces. I wound up with 2 autograph bats, 2 autograph jerseys, and 2 autograph balls. I don't know. Do you really, Chris? Somewhere around here, I also have, someone sent me an autographed Ryan Sandberg jersey. And I have that somewhere, and I'm not sure where it's at. We aren't all the way comfortably moved in yet with the shop because I keep moving it around. But somewhere around here is that doggone thing, and I got to find it. I need to find it and send it back to him, actually. Someone from the Facebook group who used to buy in all the time, bought in all the time, and then one day just disappeared. I big fan of Kevin Mitchell, not as big a fan of Matt Williams. I think I'm not as big a fan of Matt Williams because of his later career. You know what I'm saying? I never was a huge fan of his early on, but Kevin Mitchell, absolutely. Back in the day, we had season tickets for the Giants in the late 90s. And so this is Candlestick this is pre AT&T Park days. And at the end of the game, we would take the kids and we'd wait out by the sign, the Giant sign, so the way the players left, Brandon. And so it got to the point where, you know, guys would sign and, you know, they'd stop and sign for the kids. Barry Bonds never stopped one time. What's his butt? Second baseman. Schmucky guy, but he stopped one time. Jeff Kent stopped one time. But lots of other players would stop. Atlee Hammaker, Rod Beck, would just stop and hang out with the kids. It got to the point where we wouldn't even ask. They wouldn't even stop to give us autographs. They would just stop and they'd be like, "Hey guys, what's going on?" And then they play catch with the kids and stuff. I mean, it was awesome. I know they don't understand it or appreciate it at all because they were little. But it was so cool that some of the guys would just stop and, you know, just do nothing but just hang out and talk with the kids, you know, no big deal. Like it was nothing. So do you remember the game? I don't know if guys are gonna remember this game. It was, oh my goodness, 98-99. Brandon, and who the catcher? Oh, good grief! What was the catcher's name? Brian? Was it Brian Wilson? Was he prior to the closer Brian Wilson? There was a catcher the Giants had that was not up for a long time. Yep, Kruk and Kipe, and they were okay. I mean, they were nice guys. More than one time, and believe it or not, because he was at the games. Oh goodness, ESPN. Chris, he was a Giants fan, but he was at the games. He would stop and talk to the kids. See, I can't think of anybody's name anymore because it's been too long. Here comes a black chrome. It looks like. Nope, it's just a regular black. Jacques Peterson. Brian, what's his name? Brian Johnson, maybe. But anyway, he hit a home run. The Giants were playing the Dodgers. We were at the game, the 10th inning, I believe it was. Brian Johnson hits a home run to end the game. So after the game, you know, everybody's all bouncing all over the place. Giants had beaten the Dodgers, you know, and everything else. And after the game, he was leaving, and just out of the blue, stopped, and we just, you know, how's it going? What's going on? He had 2 or 3 women with him, but he just as nice as can be. Just come and chat, and you know, we have so many autographed balls. Autographed starting lineups, because my wife is a big fan of JT Snow. I mean, but it was just cool that you would, you know, we'd hang out whenever we could after the game, and the guys would just come and just hang out with the kids. But Rod Beck and Atlee Hammaker were the two standouts for doing that. And Rod Beck was just such a good guy. You know, it's a shame, but he was always so nice to the kids, always so kind, you know, just talking to them and stuff. Completely different than his persona as a closer. And actually I did early on. I wanted to be a sports reporter, and I did cover some Giants games. And I, you know, met Krug and Kipe that way as well. And it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Hey, there's a second one. But life happens. We started having kids, and it was a long night. It was an hour and a half there, an hour and a half back. It was just too difficult to try to have a life and make it to games, and you know what I'm saying? But Candlestick Park, come on. How awesome was Candlestick? All right. Halfway there. So far, so good. I'm gonna grab a water, guys. Give me 1 sec. All right. Halfway home. And who knew all those time I spent we moved away just after the new stadium opened. I went to a media event there, Francisco Lindor, and we got to tour it heavily, and it's just beautiful. So that was fun. That was a lot of fun. And we've been flown back a few times and gone to games and stuff, and gone to games here with the Giants and the Cardinals. So every game I go to, some Cardinal fan, usually drunk, decides they got to start something or say something or do something or act like something. Not saying that bad about all Cardinal fans, but the drunk ones. It's not my fault the Giants keep kicking the Cardinals' butts in the playoffs. It's their fault for getting rid of Albert. The other thing I like to do, Brandon, is I like to play the Buster Posey is better than Yadier Molina game with the Cardinal fans. Oh, my Lord. You want to talk about having a meltdown. How dare anyone say anything bad about Yadier Molina? Ever. But anyone who knows baseball knows Buster Posey's better. I mean, I don't even know why it's much of a conversation, but man, they have a... I do that at the show sometimes to just give them a little grief. Oh, my Lord. His neck tattoo is a holy grail. I don't know why. I don't know why they're holding that message for review, Chris. I don't know. He is revered too much here in St. Louis, honestly. Because I remember when he had his last real contract, he told the Cardinals, "You pay me what I want, or I'm going to leave." He had no consideration for the fans or how they felt about anything. You know. So I don't know. I don't understand the reverence. Nor do I understand why the Cardinals do not understand why the Cardinals didn't bother to give Albert what they wanted. But when they didn't sign Albert back, I put a curse on them, and the curse of Albert Pujols has worked. So the curse of Albert Pujols states that the Cardinals cannot win another World Series until either he does or he retires. And the curse has held up. The curse has held up. Is he now officially retired, Albert? So is the curse now over? Well, I mean, you know, St. Louis isn't boring if you want to go get shot somewhere. But I mean, we have been here for 20 years, and you just know where not to go after the, you know, after it gets dark. Everybody, all the time they come to say, like, A, I probably wouldn't stay downtown. B, I wouldn't be out after dark downtown. But it's up to you. It's a little hairy leaving a Cardinal game late. St. Louis is a little boring. Though I say that, and I'm a big fan of the Botanical Garden. So that's where I spend my time. Playing with nature. Traipsing through the hostas. Yeah, I know, it's weird. I agree. Does he really? Well, you could have told me that before we did all those Kansas City shows, Rebel. You could have said that to me. And this is Missouri. We don't need a weapons permit. I love, I tell you, Chris, my wife and I went to Chicago for a few days. And the whole goal was when we were in Chicago to go to a White Sox game and go to a Cardinal game. We went to Wrigley Field, and approaching Wrigley Field, it looked like absolutely nothing. Jerry Johnson, hey, a Giant. From the outside, it just looks like the street. And when we walked inside, I mean, it was the ambiance is just amazing for that place. It just the baseball feel that it has. I understand the reverence people have for Wrigley Field. I never understood it before we went, and I mean, it was just such a crazy experience going to a game there. I don't even know how to describe it other than that. I imagine that's what it is when people go to Fenway Park. Is that same kind of thing. And then we went to, and it was just we had so much fun. And then we went to a night game to see the White Sox. It's scary as heck getting in and out of there. we were gonna ride the train, and I'm like, yeah, I ain't riding no train. We took a cab in, we took a cab out. I'm like, man, duck. It was scary. I don't think and there's no feel for that stadium. There's that stadium has no, it's just a little, it just is a very dead feeling stadium. I remember the one thing the cab driver said, and I am not saying that I agree with him or I don't agree with him. I have no idea. I just remember we were driving to, we were taking a cab to Wrigley. He said, be careful while you're there. Yeah, no soul for sure. Be careful while you're there, because guys will probably try to pick you up. And I'm like, what? And he said, yeah, Wrigley Field is a big pickup place for the gay population of Chicago. And I was like, really? And so we went to the game, and nobody tried to pick me up. What, am I not attractive enough for anybody to hit on? I was offended. I was deeply offended. My wife thought it was kind of funny, but, it's hard to realize that you're not cute enough to be hit on at Wrigley Field when apparently it is a big pickup spot. You've never heard that? Yeah, I asked somebody else when we got back to the hotel. I asked the concierge that, and they told me the same thing. I was like, the cab driver, because I thought he was kidding. I really honestly thought he was kidding. But when we got back after the game, I asked the concierge. I said, "Is that true?" And she said, "Yeah, that's very true." Oh, really? Boys Town. In San Francisco, well, in San Francisco at Haight-Ashbury, at the Castro. In St. Louis, it's, oh my goodness. I can't think of the name. It's too late at night. I had never heard that. That was crazy. Maybe it's because I was hanging out with my wife, you know what I'm saying? Not that you want to be hit on, but, you're a little offended when you're not. I'm okay not being pretty enough. I mean, I got nothing against however people want to live. That is their business. So I guess I'm just not pretty enough. Ali Sanchez for the Mets. Autograph number 4. But, I mean, we used to spend a lot of time in San Francisco. Nobody ever hit on me there. Now I'm starting to get, DJ Peters. I guess every community, every city has their, large city has a gay community. It is what it is. Though I will say, if you ever go to San Francisco, in Haight-Ashbury, there are some pretty good restaurants. Pretty good restaurants down there. And some pretty good shops. Pretty interesting stores down there. Though I'm not sure that we're ever going to get back to California again. We've talked about whether or not we want to fly into San Francisco for some games. I just don't think it's ever going to work out with our break schedule. And now the shop. I think our lives are going to be here all the time, which is not a bad thing. I tell you one thing that is wrong with this industry is that there are too many people now trying to open shops. If we did not have the breaks paying for everything, there's no way on earth we would ever open a shop. None. Because it's a fool's errand trying to open a shop nowadays. You can't get allocations from anybody. You can't get any product from anyone unless you start off spending literally $1 million or more. You'd have to buy in for $1 million worth of junk. And I got people all the time coming up here and they're like, dude, how do I, I'm thinking about opening a shop. I'm like, don't do it. It's not because I fear competition. I don't, because we are such a, we're such a different animal. We have an established, as a breaker, and we aren't going anywhere. I hope. But man, to start a shop, what do you, I don't understand what people want to be, what they want to do. Yeah, we do. We go to Giants Cardinal games. Like I said, the Cardinal fans, some drunk Cardinal fan, every single game I've been to has gotten in my face or said something. Every single time. Every single time. The Giants are going to be here in May this year, and I think that's a good time to go. It's not too hot yet. Won't be too muggy. So we'll try to get out of here and go. And we're getting an MLS team in a couple of years here in St. Louis, too, and so I'm looking forward to that. I enjoy soccer. And so I'm looking forward to being able to go to those games, too. That'll be fun. Take the kids. I mean, I think it's great that everybody wants to open a shop, but, man, you're a few years too late. Oh, we just want to have a small shop to do what? Honestly, Brandon, we're not direct with Topps. We were not direct with Topps. We just barely got the account. And there are certain parameters, certain things I have to buy, certain things I have to do. Matt Carpenter. But we have been not direct. That's why we opened the shop, to get direct. And WNBA, I don't think is Topps. I think WNBA is Panini. But WWE, you do have to buy certain SKUs of that. And it takes years. Most things we don't even, when you get a Topps direct account, you don't even get allocations of it. And the things that you do, you get one. So waiting a year to get direct with Topps, to get one case of something that is not high end, it's a hard life. It's a hard thing to do. Again, if we didn't have we like I said, we get our retail wholesale. If we didn't have the retail end of the business, and if we were not already established as a breaker, there's no way I'd be using my master's degree. I'd be writing and editing still and enjoying it because I enjoyed it. But I mean, there's just no way. I'd have 372. You can't get direct with Panini at all. And now Fanatics is hanging over everything. It is the worst time in the world to try to be opening a shop. If I knew then what I know now, I honestly, I don't think we would have done it. But for us, opening the shop happened so fast. I think I would have taken the retail, though, if we hadn't opened the shop and just started breaking football and basketball, UFC, all that, just break the retail. Which is what I should do now. You're a metallurgist? That's pretty cool. So what, tell me about metallurgy. Do you make things? What does a metallurgist do? I mean, I understand the core, but I mean, what do you do? I'm starting to believe now, Brandon. We'll see how it works out, but I'm starting to believe now that Fanatics will eventually buy Topps. That's kind of what I'm starting to feel. I think that there's no way Fanatics can do it without Topps. They don't need Panini, but they definitely need Topps, because there's no way they're coming up with 50 SKUs of new product on their own. So the only thing that makes sense for them is to somehow acquire Topps in order to keep going with what they're going with. And if they use this direct to consumer model that they're talking about, they will crash and burn, because people aren't going to like it. Somebody told me today, and I believe them, that they believe Fanatics wants to control everything in the hobby, and that just isn't going to happen. People just aren't going to like it. They aren't going to stand for it. You're going to kill all the shops. You're going to, because you want to be at all. I just don't think that's a good strategy. Caterpillar, huh? Well, that's cool. But we'll see. You know, maybe I'm done in a couple of years. Maybe this is all over, and we will look on it as a good run and a lot of fun, and then I'll go back and do something else, and I'll have big piles of Giants cards everywhere. Clemente. What are we, 4 autos in? That's pretty good. I like that Clemente set. What part of the country are you out of, Chris? I could probably look you up and find out, but, you know. Well, we have a couple more years, Brandon, before we really will know a lot of what's going on. A lot can change very quickly. You know what I'm saying? Yerman action for the White Sox. So we'll just see how it plays out. I mean, I have no clue. I have no clue. We've had people who have contacted me about wanting to buy us out, and really, so not too far from us, huh? We've had people contacting us who have contacted me and want to, like I said, buy out the business and keep me as a breaker, and you know, and I don't want to do that. I mean, if you're gonna buy me out, and I'll walk away. I don't want to buy out. I don't want to work for anybody else. I get to work for me. I can decide when I want to break and when I don't want to break. And if I'm working for somebody else is dictating to me who, what, when, where, why, and how. Forget about it. I've had people who have seriously approached me about half ownership of the shop, and you know, I just, you know, that's just not me. I play well with others, but you know, for us, it's a family thing. It's me and the kids and my wife who run the shop. My wife's still full time. She was a manager at Costco for a long time, but stepped down to help here, and hopefully we'll be stepping down to part time at Costco pretty soon to be here more. And then it's my second oldest son works there full time, and then we have my daughter and the twins who are here as well. So, you know, I agree with that. I think local. Ooh, here's a nice one. Badu. I think decent card shops. You know, part of this a lot of so many of these shops taking the lead, letting Blowout take the lead for them on pricing, when Blowout is just atrocious on pricing, and these guys will price literally. Some of these guys are in here will price their boxes $5 below Blowout, and then act like they're doing something. I mean, it's just a shame that there's so many people jamming so many people up. You know. Yes, NFTs are so it's so dumb. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. I can't even. But to each their own. If people like NFTs, more power to them. I'm not putting my money in it. I want to be able to touch something. I buy a collection. I don't want to buy no collection on some virtual collection somewhere that somebody can take from me. You know, just be gone. Yeah, NFTs are. It just seems so silly to me. But what can I say? I'm old school. I am. I'm old school. I've never tried to hide that fact. Yes, that's true. Yeah, but card shops could do a better job as a whole of not. I really am just not a fan of jamming people up. I'll give you an example. Donruss Soccer. Okay, Donruss Soccer it came out yesterday. I had not intended to buy any case of Donruss Soccer until I saw the prices some of the local card shops were charging. And then I was like, man, you know, I could buy a case of that secondary market through my channels and come in $100 less a box than what these guys are charging. And so I was like, you know, I'm just going to do it for the sake of being able to let these guys pay less. One place is charging $4.95 a box. One place is charging $4.25 a box, and they are getting allocated. They are getting allocated product. It's like the Panini 1-in-1. This poor kid came in one day. Are you guys familiar with Panini 1-in-1 basketball? So there's 2 hits in a box, and they're going for like $1,500 a box. He came in here today or the other day, all upset because he bought a box for $1,500 from an area card shop here in St. Louis. $1,500, and it sucked. And so then he was like, well, you know, but I know they said it cost. I'm like, dude, it did not cost him a lot. I guarantee you, I know what they paid for it. And he's like, how much did they pay? And I showed him that they were less than $200 a box allocated. And I know the shop that he's going to, and they get allocated product. I mean, everybody knows Andres Jimenez. And so you took a $200 product, you pounded it up to $1,500, you sold it to some kid, and he got literally like $100 worth of cards. You know? Andres Jimenez. Well, what's too low though, Brandon? I mean, that's the thing is what is too low? I don't sell anything online. We sell to our local guys, the guys who come into the shop and buy stuff from me on a regular basis. So I don't go out and advertise it anywhere else except for my local guys who already know. And honestly, if I feel like somebody is taking and flipping it, I just won't sell it to them. And I mean, I'm not saying we're so low that people are gonna, you know, that we're not making money on things, but we aren't jamming people up. You know, if I can get a product at 200 and sell it at 300 or 350 versus somebody buying it at 200 and selling it for 600, you know, I can wake up in the morning and look at myself in the mirror and know that I did the right thing. And I don't let anyone come in and just buy everything up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's, you know, these same guys who are bragging about having a warehouse full of top loaders are selling them at $6 a pop, right? We sell them at $3.29. I just got a load in, and we dropped the price to $2.99. So I mean, you know, for the guys that come in the shop, charging $2 for penny sleeves. I mean, come on, honestly. The sad part is people actually believe that's what they have to pay. You know what I'm saying? People believe, they come in here and they're like, "Oh, I didn't even know." Well, once they do figure it out, you know, that's that. Open the last 3 boxes. I think you can be a successful business and not be a schmuck. You know what I'm saying? I believe that. Rod Carew. And all the things I hear people say, to me, they're just excuses. Oh, if I don't, somebody else will. Well, okay. If that makes you happy about it, you know. Whatever. I need to make every penny I can in case the bad times happen again. Well, okay. But just know that the people that are buying from you know that you're doing that, and then when the bad times come, and you know, they're not going to come back to you, they're going to go to the people who have been taking care of them, you know, and suddenly you're going to be whatever you are, but then you have a, you know, we've got a local shop, and I say every business runs theirs the way they want, and I think whatever model any shop uses is, you know, is a model they use, and more power to them. But, you know, I don't know. I just guess I just see things differently. I just believe different. But that's okay. That's okay. That's what makes the world go round, the collecting world go round. No shop can be everything to everybody. That is for sure. And I'm sure the same people who come in here ragging on other card shops go into those other card shops and rag on us. You know? Oops. I banged my camera. I think I knocked everything out of whack, guys. Hold on one sec. I did. Look at that. I knocked everything out of whack. See, I always beat my poor camera up. Camera took a beating. I just wish if more people in this world just lived by a simple do unto others approach to life, everything would be better. And that's as far as I'll go down that road. And that's the way that we run our shop. Do unto others. You know? That's the way I run the breaking business. Do unto others. Now I'll climb down off the soapbox and I will finish the break. What do we need? It'd be nice. I think we're 4 autos in, right? It'd be nice to have another auto. That 5 out of 5 was pretty nice, that gold. I like that a lot. The Cunha auto, can't beat that. That was pretty awesome. It'd be nice if this last box had a box topper auto. That would be nice. It's been a decent case. You know, it's been a decent case. It's been right in the right range for this product. We haven't hit a big variation. I mean, we did hit the French back, but that's not that big of a hit. Be nice to hit team name color or an error or a nickname or one of those. Cubs rookies. But I think we're 4 autos in. Are we 4 autos in? Anyone know? I don't think so. I don't remember any national stuff, to be honest with you. Let's see what these last 3 boxes bring. All right, I'm going to grab a drink of water, and then we're going to finish this off. I'm hoping we get one more auto. I'm hoping we get some, some decent variation. I hope some of you will decide to join our Facebook group. Just being a part of our Facebook group, you don't have to buy any of the breaks. Come and hang out. Come watch them. Really? Good for you. Who was the player? Come on. We're right here at the end. Stop it. Suddenly my hands want to give up. Quit it. Quit being babies and let's finish it. Love to have some of you guys so we can, chat back and forth. Come and hang out in the breaks. Like I said, it's a really good Facebook group. We do lots of breaks there. If it's a baseball product, we'll break it. Oh, nice. So that's a pretty decent one. McKenzie's a decent pitcher. I'd be happy with a red McKenzie. So, the only thing I ask is if you're going to join the Facebook group is just answer the questions for me. And then come join us. Hey, is this a black chrome? It is. Eddie Rosario. So this is out of 72. So man, we ran the gamut here for the chrome. So that's nice. Excellent. Be good to have you, Brandon. Most of our breaks in our Facebook group are PYT breaks. So people like to pick your team, and that's what we tend to go with. Giancarlo Stanton, we will do, from randoms. Bowman draft, I mean, that's an easy one to do some randoms with. So there will be some randoms from time to time when we do the mixers during the downtime. We do randoms, but it's mostly PYT. We're a PYT group. Badu. Kelnick. Clemente again. But like I said, we're doing, doing some fun stuff for sure tomorrow. I'm not a big fan of products like Dynasty because in a case you're going to get 5 hits. So 5 people out of the entire break for a PYT are going to get a hit. But, people like it, and we always sell them out. So India. Same with Flawless. I mean, we're, a case of Flawless is what, 16 hits? A lot of people are going to miss out. But, I mean, you buy into breaks knowing that. I know I used to all the time. I'd be mad at myself, too. I'm buying into that dumb bidder. And then the next day I'd be like, well, look, there's a break. Let's go check it out. Yeah, me too. I'm a big fan of Flagship. I'm a big fan of Flagship. And this year, we broke Series 1. Chris, we broke 80 some odd cases. Series 2, we did about 60 cases, 58 cases, something like that. Update, not as many. 20-something cases of update. But this year's a little different. They had so many products, here at the end. Things got pushed around. I mean, having Bowman draft on the 31st is so weird. So what we're going to do in the Facebook group is, because we always have a family thing on the 31st, so I'm not going to have any eBay breaks. But what we're going to do is on the Thursday, we'll sell the breaks, and then Friday, as soon as we get them, I get everything before noon, we will start breaking. And so we'll break 3-4 cases of drafts early, and then we'll have the rest of New Year's Eve off. We do a family competitions. We do Wii bowling and cornhole and just fun stuff, puzzle contest, and we buy a bunch of gift cards, and then if you win, you get the gift cards. It's kind of fun. I don't. That's a good question. Did you mean outside of the Target? Did Target put one out this year? Did they have a Topps Chrome update? Because I know there's not one on the top schedule. There's another Topps Chrome 70th anniversary product, but I don't believe there's a Topps Chrome update. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. We added in cornhole last year, and so now we're going to have it here at the shop. So we will have more room to play. I don't think we're going to have all the family we've had in the past come, but it's all right. Jonathan India. Come on, one more auto. We don't care who it is. We're not greedy. Though a red auto would be awesome. If that's not greedy. What did I say I wanted to hit at the beginning? I don't think we haven't hit anything deep, and we haven't hit a red auto. We hit the /5 chrome, so that was nice. That's a tough hit. Yeah, you know, I mean, embracing Bowman's a good thing. It's a good thing. You know? Hey, look at that! We hit a red auto! And it's Andrew McCutchen. Come on. That's cool. 6 out of 72, Andrew McCutchen. So we did hit another auto. That's awesome. And it's a red auto. Even more awesome. And it's Andrew McCutchen. That's even more awesome. 6 out of 72. I dig it. I dig it. What does that give us? 5 autos? Now if we can pop like an error or a nickname or something, then we're complete. Will we get there? I've always liked Andrew McCutchen. Trump. Boyd. Really? I just picked up, I forgot I had a buy out on some Bowman, and someone filled my buy. And so I got some more Bowman coming. I'm just going to set it aside. I also bought, for some reason, I bought a couple of boxes of 2019 Top Series 2. That's a good one to have. That's a good one to have. There's some nice cards in Series 2 Jumbos. So we'll eventually break that. Badu. Maybe we'll take and mix it with the Bowman. Do some crazy break. Randy. Out of 999. Tampa Bay Rays. Boom. Hey, look at that. Matt Carpenter. So 2 pinks. You know, the other thing that we could hit would be fun would be a flip stock. We had a flip stock yesterday. What is the best format for the cost? What do you mean for breaking, Brandon? Buying into breaks? Or Series 1 would be huge with Wander? Yep. Yeah, I think Series 1 and Series 2 are going to be really good. I think Topps Chrome this next year is going to be pretty wicked. Pretty wicked. Or you're saying Bowman, Bowman Draft, Bowman Chrome that way. If you're talking that way, I think Bowman is still the best of the bunch. Bowman Draft, then Bowman Chrome. You know, but it really depends upon how you want to do it. If you don't care as much about specific teams, the random format is a good way to get, you know, accumulate a lot of different stuff, which is always fun to do. I mean, if you're a specific guy, team guy, I mean, then definitely the PYTs are going to be the way to go. We just are a PYT group. You know, most of the guys would rather do a PYT because a lot of our guys are specific. Until we get to products like Bowman, which will, well, I'm gonna mix it up pretty good this year with PYTs and it's gonna be expensive, Chris. It's gonna be expensive. I honestly believe the most expensive flagships for jumbo that we've had have been Luis Robert, and we had some full case PYTs on eBay, full case jumbos on eBay that went for $350. I honestly would not be surprised. I'm not saying that's not dumb, because I think that was dumb, that we might see 400 plus for Wander. It would not surprise me to see somebody pay $500 early on to get Wander in flagship, Series 1 flagship. I would not be surprised. I mean, I'd say it's a $300 spot. It's a $300 spot almost right out of the gate. So Saturday night eBay, 1 o'clock in the morning, somebody drunk and not getting the stuff that they wanted to get, you know, missing out on a couple of breaks, there's going to be some serious overpaying. Someone's going to pay $500. Daggone it. Keston Hira, and I just hope they hit for their money. And if he keeps performing like he should, like he has, I couldn't even imagine what he's going to be in Topps Chrome. It's going to be ridiculous in Topps Chrome. 600, you know, 700 in Topps Chrome for a full case. It's going to be ridiculous. Oh, wow, that's pretty awesome. I pulled a couple of big Wander autos early on when we were breaking 19. And those have turned into something. Those have turned into something. Badu. Really? Did you really? The 1 of 1, huh? That's a big card. Ooh, that's a big card. We hit his Superfractor auto in Finest, and the guy who got the card sold the next day for $4,000. So, you know, that's that Archives card. Probably not the same as Finest, but it's got to be 3,000 anyway, something like that. That's a big card. He's going to be a good player. If he can stay healthy for a 2 or 3 year run, I think you see numbers with him like you've seen with Ohtani. And I am not at all convinced that Shohei Ohtani is a good investment. To me, I would be getting out of my Ohtanis. If I had big ones that I knew I could flip, I'd be getting out of them. Salvador Perez out of $9.99. Andres Jimenez action. That's the second one. I know that's just me, but I'm not as convinced Ohtani's going to be good long term. Last stack. My goodness, this is taking longer than normal. Well, we've been jawing pretty good. It's been nice talking. I like talking to people. You know, to me, the breakers I like to watch are the interaction. I like the guys who interact with other people who talk, without dropping F-bombs every other word. If I got to turn you down, I don't want to watch you. If I got to turn you down, I don't want to watch you. That's just me. But a break that takes a little longer when we've had a chance to talk to each other is more fun. All right, we're getting ready to recap. I'm happy. I'm happy. I think this has been a decent box, or decent case, excuse me. Hold on, I'm sorry. I tried to steal somebody's cards on my Giants pile. I apologize for that. I apologize for the attempted thievery. Let's take a look at the big uns first. Big uns, we had Lou Brock, poster. Rodney Klein Carew. Daz Cameron. Chris, take care of yourself. We'll see you next time. Francisco Lindor. Steven Strasburg. Machado. Gary Sanchez. We had more this time than we normally have. And then another Gary Sanchez poster. So we're just going to recap these things in the order. I'm going to pull out the autographs. I want to see how many we had. Reverse order. Andres Jimenez, action for the Indians. Salvador Perez, white chrome out of $9.99 for the Royals. Clubhouse Collection, Keston Hiura. Matt Carpenter, Frenchie for the Cardinals. Randy Arozarena out of $9.99 for the Rays. Really super Andrew McCutchen, red auto. That's just cool. 6 out of 72 for the Phillies. Ryan McKenna out of $9.99 for the Orioles. Clubhouse Collection, Stanton for the Yankees. Eddie Rosario, black chrome, right? Black chrome, yeah. 57 out of 72 for the Indians. 30th anniversary, Cubs, 72 rookie stars. I don't know. Andres Jimenez, action number 2 for the Indians. Xander Bogaerts, white chrome for the Red Sox. Clubhouse Collection of Akil Baddoo. That was nice. Yerman Mercedes, action for the White Sox. Pete Alonso, Clubhouse Collection from the for the New York Mets. Did I ever tell you guys about the time I met Pete? Never mind. Walker Buehler out of 372, red for the red chrome for the Dodgers. Chrome Matt Carpenter out of 572 for the Cardinals. DJ Peters out of 999 for the Dodgers. Ali Sanchez is autograph number 2. He's the Mets. Trey Mancini out of 572 for the Orioles. A black border. This is not the chrome version. Jock Peterson for the Cubs. Clubhouse Collection, Vlad Jr. for the Toronto Blue Jays. Paul DeJong for the St. Louis Cardinals. This is the action. Yahire for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Auto. That's auto number 3. Sawamura for the out of 999 for the Boston Red Sox. Victor Gonzalez action for the Dodgers. Lorenzo Cain chrome out of 572 for the Brewers. Keegan Thompson white out of 999 white chrome for the Cubs. Chris Chambliss auto number 4. That's a good auto. That sells decent. That more than covers that this Indian spot. David Dahl white chrome out of 999 for the Rangers. Dane Dunning is a 5 out of 5. So this is the gold version. This is really nice. 5 out of 5 for the Rangers. And then we hit a red Ranger. Kinder Falafel out of 372 red for the Rangers. Joe Morgan 50th anniversary for the Astros. That's a sweet card either way. Second one we've hit of that. Black bordered McCann for the Mets. Just a standard, not the chrome. Out of the hot box, Jonathan India purple. Trevor Story out of 572 for the Rockies. Trent Grisham Clubhouse Collection for the Padres. A purple, Andrew Vaughn for the White Sox. Paredes out of 999 for the Tigers. DJ Peters is a Frenchie for the Dodgers. Trent Grisham Clubhouse Collection for the Padres. Red Trevor Larnach, red chrome for the Twins out of 572. Red chrome Lorenzo Cain for the Brewers out of the Reds are out of 372, not 572. George Springer action for the Blue Jays. White chrome for the Brewers, Lorenzo Cain. That really nice Acuna. Merry Christmas to you too, Bryce. Yeah, if I don't see you tomorrow, Merry Christmas, and we'll see you on Monday. I think we're going to do something on Monday. Really nice Ronald Acuna autograph, and Don Kessinger for the Cubs' 50th anniversary. So, I'm happy. I mean, it's hard not to like a Ronald Acuna autograph in the break. Chambliss is a decent auto. You don't see a lot of him. Yahire, Ali Sanchez, but then Andrew McCutchen. I mean, and having 5 autos, and one of them Acuna and one of them a red McCutchen, pretty cool, pretty good. All right, guys, thank you again for the conversation. Nothing I like more than chatting while we're breaking. It makes it so much more fun. It's good to meet so many of you. We're done on eBay until probably sometime next week. We'll see. Probably until actually Bowman Draft will probably be the next thing. Love to have you in the Facebook group if you'd like to join. If not, I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. Take care of yourselves. If I can do anything for anyone, please reach out to me and let me know. And you guys, we'll see you next time. Really, again, a lot of fun, and I'll talk to you soon.